Yo, what up everybody, this is Godma. This is once again a map on Steps of War. I have no games on my channel where the map that is being viewed as Steps of War, but I think it's a good map. It's pretty straightforward. It's got a very linear rush distance, pretty conventional natural expansion placement. I think it is just the superior map for 1 vs 1 games, so I will try to include some more diversity in my maps in the future, but right now this is Steps of War. In the right hand corner we have myself as the Green Terran facing off against Racist. And I do know for a fact that in this game this is not Spliffy playing, but it is Racist, so let there be no doubt as to who is playing. Racist beating me to that supply depot just a little bit. He will get that additional food before I do. I imagine this SCV is now going out to do some scouting. And if the previous 2 videos that I put up were sort of more like tutorial based, or more as like a lesson, this game was a little more competitive. It was a little more exciting to watch. It was not as straightforward as a lot of Starcraft 2 games that you see, and certainly you guys will notice that for yourself as this game progresses. Racist now just really quickly trying to get a few free hits on this SCV, putting up that barracks. Actually a very symmetrical play from my own SCV. Racist responding correctly, trying to get that second SCV out to defend his barracks. I'm actually sitting at 400 minerals, so I'm not displaying the greatest build order. I need to liquidate this money really quickly. I could even in theory be dropping a second command center at this point. That is how much my money is not being managed very well. It looks like I liquidated this mineral account by getting 2 refineries, a second barracks, and yeah, some just additional SCVs. Racist is trying to escape with the life of this SCV. Racist has now just got his first marine out, so that will be taking down my scouting SCV with not a great deal of difficulty, but a curious build from Rapt. We see 2 very early refineries, which suggests some starport or factory tech, or maybe even just like a heavy marauder build, but yeah, I would assume I'm going for just a gas heavy infantry build because I now have those 2 barracks. No Reapers from either side, or no Reapers just yet. Racist has had the opportunity to get that tech lab on this barracks for quite some time now, but we have not seen that. My tech lab is going to be out first, so let's see if I did want to go for a Reaper rush. It's, precious seconds are ticking away and I haven't queued up that Reaper, so not the best presence of mind from Rapt. Racist getting 2 more barracks of his own. No tech labs or reactors on his junk. But it looks like, yeah, just due to that strange build order, even if I did want to make a Reaper, I don't have the funds for it just yet. Actually, I could have afforded it. It's only 50 minerals and 50 gas. I have chosen instead to get a factory. So I will be operating off of 2 barracks and a factory, whereas Racist is getting a factory of his own at about the same time. So once again, symmetrical play from these Terran players. Certainly, though, a Reaper would have been beneficial to me if I had only gotten that before this Marauder, which I'm now queuing up. I definitely could have flown that Reaper over a lot of this high ground that exists in the Steps of War. Would have made it very easy for me to get into this mineral line, maybe get 2 or 3 or possibly up to 5 SCV kills before Racist was able to bring some Marines over there. Early engineering bay from Racist as well. Our factories are now complete. I probably plan on pumping Marines from this barracks. I definitely have the minerals to afford it. I don't know why I'm using them a little bit better. Dropping a starport now as well, so using this factory actually to scout, so whereas Racist is not building anything from this factory, he's actually getting +1 weapons upgrades and pumping out a couple of Reapers. So once again, it's too often the case with Rapt's opponents is that they're quite vulnerable in the early game, but Rapt simply doesn't have the cojones to rush when he needs to. So also that being said, I don't think you can blame Rapt too much, considering both players went for a very macro-heavy build. Rapt even more so, as you can see, he's getting this first command center out before Racist does, but it could be argued that I could do some damage with this Marauder and Marine. Actually throwing down a scan here on Racist space. I'm going to see this strange group of Reapers, going to see a very tech ground-oriented army, probably not scanning enough to see this factory and this Hellion, but either way, Racist has chosen to move out with these Reapers to see what he can get done. This command center is going to be threatened. These Reapers are moving very fast over to this end of the map. I don't have very many units to defend against this push. I have one Marine and one Marauder, also dropping a barracks. These Reapers quickly sniping out those SCVs. Hopefully I canceled that bunker. It's too hard to tell. That Marine going down very quickly, and now this Marauder is going to be absorbing a lot of the damage from these pistols as it is an armored unit, but even so, it is 3 Reapers to 1 Marauder, and finally that Marauder goes down. These Reapers are now, as primitive as these units are, they have helped themselves to my main mineral line now, so late Reaper harassment, but effective Reaper harassment nonetheless from Racist. This one Marauder now trying to defend these SCVs. That Reaper will reach 4 kills before finally being destroyed. A medevac in play, so we have a reactored starport. Looks like I'm planning some sort of drop actually, in retaliation to that Reaper rush. I have landed this factory over here, so let's see just how much vision that is getting me. Not much, but at least I will be able to watch over these rocks. Actually getting a tech lab on this factory, so who knows what is going through my head right now. This dropship full of units is idling, not being microed very well. But right now the Terran versus Terran tension is brewing, as the middle of the battlefield is very, very open. Both players, actually Racist, just as I say that, is moving out with a sizable Marauder force. My forces likewise, I have just a couple of Marines here on my front door, dropping a Ghost Academy real quick, so switching to Ghost Tech, it looks like. Actually, we have this Reaper here continuing to harass my expansion. Let's see what he does with his micro. These Marines getting caught out of position. This Marine will be intercepted by these units, however. So while that is going on, I finally have the time to drop this medevac into Racist's back door. Racist does not really have any units at hand to defend his mineral line, so if eventually I do decide to drop off these